My name is Tyler Johnson. I'm a senior on the men's soccer team, majoring in broadcast journalism and film and TV. Kind of from my time at BU, I wasn't really well versed in the comm universe, kind of what it had to offer. But then actually junior year, I got injured. I tore my hip, so I wasn't playing as much. It gave me a little bit more flexibility where there were some practices where I physically could not go. So I started to explore what my major kind of was about, and I stumbled upon School of Communications and what they had to offer, and it just blew my mind away. It's like I felt like I'd been missing out, and I was like, man, I think I'd be good in front of a camera, and let's kind of explore that a little bit more. Joined a bunch of shows, so despite being injured, I was busier than ever. So I was up earlier than actually a lot of my teammates who were actually going to training, and just throwing myself in to see, like, do I like this, do I not like this? Through me working with those shows, I landed kind of creating my own show. I was able to see, like, hey, I have a personality, I'm a conversationalist, and I want to show that on camera. How do you do that? Then I was like, maybe being a talk show host would be a really good, cool thing. That wasn't a production that was available at BU. So I was like, okay, how do you do this? I like to say I have an entrepreneurial mindset. And something I did is like, okay, let's create something on my own. There's a big problem, I feel like, within sports, in the sense where if you don't play football, if you don't play basketball, there's not as much in-depth media coverage, like conversations like this, getting to know the person. So I was like, man, that's something as a student athlete I wish I got more of. I wish I was pulled for more interviews, and I know my teammates feel the same way. So let's create a show around that. So that's how I came to do called Live with Ty, and shout out to my coach, because when I came to BU, he called me Ty, and I was like, that sounds perfect. So I stayed during spring break. I didn't go home because that was going to be the best time with classes to shoot the first couple episodes. And just the conversations that I got to have with them, really getting to see who they are outside of the area they're so dominant in. I was like, man, I love it. And I would like to say I know they loved it too, because some of the feedback I was getting from different athletes and producing some of the episodes, I was like, man, this is amazing. So I worked with the people at comm. I was like, hey, this could be actually something. Can we get this made into a full-time production? Because the one downside was that I would shoot an episode, but then to market it, to produce it, to edit it, that's where it would because it was just me doing it. That's when it would really get challenging sometimes. And now I'm happy to say Live with Ty is an official BU production. We have a team of 7 right now behind it, and we're looking to have that show as a basis and then kind of branch out to different athletes kind of everywhere. I know, like, I'm no weather expert, but we've had some pretty terrible weather.
Yeah.
So I'm asking for a friend, actually. Like, which beach would you be talking about?
So I was thinking,
it's an industry that I want to break into, because, like I said, growing up, my parents, like, the most social people you will ever meet, and that got instilled to me. Like, one of the jokes that a lot of my teammates say is that, like, I know everybody on campus, and I also can have a good conversation with a brick wall. So it's like, man, if there's a way I can be almost like a medium for these people to get their stories to larger audiences and really get to know the person, like, I love doing it.